guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another video here. If you guys are enjoying our content, then feel free to smash that subscribe button, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, then once again smash that like button. Today we are gonna see my Premier League predictions for the 2020-2021 season, and I'm definitely really excited because being a Chelsea fan, you guys know what I mean, don't you? We have made one of the best signings in the world. Actually, not one of the, all of them are like really good, like Werner, Ziyech, Havertz, etc., etc. So today we're gonna take a look at my Premier League predictions from 20th to 1st, and also the top scorers for this season. Okay, so in 20th, this one is really sad, but I think Palace are going down. Palace are going down on dead last, in my opinion, because they have a really old team. And if they don't manage to make some really good signings, like young signings, then they're going to have a really hard time, because they have a lot of old players, they're not fit anymore. And the two young players are Nathan Ferguson and Eberechi Eze, who they signed this season. So they're definitely going to be interesting to see, but I just don't think they're going to be able to stay up because of the talent that is there throughout the Premier League. So I think they're going to go down, and then Zaha's going to leave like a really cheap fee, and then Palace will be sad that they didn't sell him for like 80 million now. But yeah, whatever. And I'm predicting the top scorer is going to be Ayew. You guys will be wondering, what Ayew not Zaha? I just don't think he's consistent enough to like be the top scorer. He's definitely going to be the best player, but not the best top scorer. And definitely a wild card addition is going to be Eberechi Eze. Hopefully he can pull up some quality performances. 19th, and yes, this one is the most obvious one, West Bromwich Albion. I think they're going to go back down again. People are excited because of their manager Bilic, who used to be the Croatian manager and manage a lot of top teams. And they actually have a decent squad, but I don't think it's good enough to compete in the Prem. But anything can happen. Like last season, everyone predicted that Sheffield would finish dead last, but see where they came, I don't know, I think 10th, I'm not too sure about that, but definitely came top 10, I know that, for a fact. So, yes, and I predict that their top scorer is going to be there. Recent signing Matheus Pereira, the Brazilian, is going to be a very standout performer, brilliant with assists. He's going to be the top assister also. 18th, this one is kind of sad, and it's Fulham. They have a really good squad, big money spending. This year they're not going to do any big money spending, but I just feel like they're going to go back down. And the top scorer is kind of obvious. I mean, not really obvious, but I think it's going to be Alexander Mitrovic. And I feel like I'm just going to do an additional prediction that he's going to score 10 goals. Or actually 11, I'm not too sure anymore. And on 17th, it's going to be Newcastle, edging out of relegation. They pulled off some decent signings. Callum Wilson, a brand new striker, because Joelinton is just not good enough. Then they bought in Fraser. I think Fraser and Saint-Maximin on either wings is going to be brilliant. Fraser can pull off the assists on the wings, and Alan Saint-Maximin can do all the cool dribbling skills, etc. Just going to be a really good season. I think they're going to have now a bad season, and next season I think they're going to do good. And my top scorer is going to be Callum Wilson. It just has to be him. I don't know why. I just feel like he's a really good player, and he always manages to find the back of the net. If he's not injured, of course. On 16th, then it's a team that had a really good season, finished top 10, and it's Burnley. I just think they're going to come 16th, not going to have a best of the seasons, because I think they're going to lose Tarkowski, and then they're not going to make any signings, because they're just a team that don't make any signings. So it's going to be tough to actually consistently pull off good seasons. So I just don't think they're going to be good enough to compete with the rest of the Premier League team, but they're not going to go down. And the top scorer is Chris Wood, in my opinion. I'm not going to predict how many goals, but it's going to be Chris Wood. I feel like I'm 80% sure about this decision. On 15th is a team which spent big money, just big money. And it's Aston Villa. Interesting one, really. And for the top scorer, I'm going with a rather interesting one, which definitely cannot happen. I'm going to predict Ollie Watkins. The signing hasn't gone through yet, but it's going to probably go through in a few days soon. And he also wants to join because he's going to reunite with Dean Smith, his former manager at Brentford. And I think it's going to be a signing that they really need, because Wesley didn't have a good season. Of course, he was injured. They bought Samata. Horrible. they have to get rid of both Samata and Wesley first, because I don't think they're going to be willing to have Samata as a third striker. So it's definitely going to be tough doing all that. But if they don't sign Ollie Watkins, then I'm going to go for Jack Grealish. I just feel like he's going to score the goals, step up. I'm just keeping a backup option if they sell Jack Grealish, which is probably not going to happen because they want like 18 million. Then I'm going to go for Wesley. I think he's going to step up this season if he doesn't have Ollie Watkins in front of him. So yeah, I think it's going to go like that. In 14th is Brighton. I actually like Brighton a lot. I think they can go slightly above too. But the only reason why they're so good is because of the defense. I absolutely love the defense. They loaned out Shane Duffy this season. They signed a lot of good they signed they have Lewis Dunk. They have Ben White. They have tons of quality centre halves. They have Adam Webster too. They have Tarek Lamptey, who just sprints down the right side. They have Bernardo on the left. They just recently signed Joel Weltman. And I think they're just going to have a good season all in all, but I don't think they're going to be that good attacking. I think they're going to keep... And my top scorer prediction is Neil Maupay. And I'm also going to predict how many clean sheets they're going to have. And I'm predicting they're going to have 11 clean sheets, which is actually very, very good in a very attacking Premier League. Moving on to 13th now, and it's a team that is... it's a really good team that spends a lot of money, but just doesn't really spend that much money, but just doesn't do that well either. It's West Ham. I think they're going to come 13th, I think, which is a decent place for them because last season they came 16th. They have a really, really good side on paper. They just managed to step it up a bit, and I think they're going to have a really, really good few years. But they don't have an old team, nor do they have a really, really young team, so they're good. 13th, and my top scorer prediction is going to be Mikel Antonio. If any of you guys were like wanting to hear Sebastian Haller, no. I just don't think West Ham is the right club. I think he's going to pick up a move to some team in maybe Germany or France and then just pull up his career back and then maybe go for another big money move. But I just don't think... But anything can happen, Football is like really, really unpredictable after the season. Champions League, of course. But yeah, whatever. Moving on to 12th is Sheffield United, who had a very good season last season. And it was just a really good team, but I don't think they're going to be the team that is really, really consistently going to finish like in top 10, top 8, or even in Europe. I mean, they were set to go for a Europa League or maybe even Champions League, but that didn't happen, of course. They couldn't finish it off that well. The thing is, they don't have that much depth, so they literally had to play the same team every single game. Literally, they have pulled off some nice signings this season, including Aaron Ramsdale, who I am a big fan of course. And they just have a decent team, but I mean, are they going to be like the best team in the Prem? No, they aren't. But anything can happen basically. Moving on to 11th, and it's a newly promoted side, Leeds United. Big signing, Rodrigo, Robin Koch, and then who else did they sign again? I forgot. Yeah, they signed Ian Meslier. They're probably going to sign Rodrigo De Paul. Anyone can come, so it's a really interesting team. I don't think they're going to be able to finish really highly. No, I don't think they're going to get relegated either, because they made some interesting signings. I think they're going to pull together. But the top scorer is a really interesting fact for me. I'm going to go for Patrick Bamford. I know they signed Rodrigo, and everyone's probably expecting him to bang in like at least 12 to 13 goals next season, but I don't think it's going to be him. I think he's going to have a bad season. And Patrick Bamford is really going to be like his replacement and going to step it up. I think they shouldn't have replaced Patrick Bamford because he was like one of the best players from last season. Scored 16 goals, was a top scorer, and literally an important player. Except for maybe Calvin Phillips in their promotion, winning the championship. So yeah, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see anything else related to this, let us know in the comment section down below, and have a good day and peace.